Hello! I am so excited today because one, I'm not alone, and I am joined by another one of the contestants for the American Song Contest. Contestants, competitors. I mean, it's like a contest, but you kind of already won because this is going to be huge. The whole world is going to get to know you. It's New Jersey's Representative Brooke Alexx. And I'm saying that right. Brooke Alexx. It's not like Brooke Alexx.
No, just Brooke Alexx with two X's. We're fancy.
So first of all, I just want to ask you, I've gone back, I've watched some of your videos. It seems like, and I saw the snippet that you had dropped, the short that you did of your song. This song feels like super current. It feels really fresh, but it also feels like a song that is sort of marking somewhat of like, I don't know if I want to say a transformation, but like maybe a progression for you. So tell me a little bit about the inspiration for this song and just like what it's rooted in.
Absolutely. So you're exactly right. I was on the phone with my friend about a year ago, and I was thinking about how, I guess, growing up in the age of Facebook and Instagram becoming a thing, I used to take pictures all the time of anywhere I went and post it in large albums on Facebook of hundreds of photos. And I realized I don't really do that anymore. I don't feel the need to capture my life as much. And I was just thinking with her, is that because I've matured and I don't feel I'm secure in myself and I don't need to take photos, or is it because I've become jaded and life just doesn't feel as magical anymore and I don't feel the need to capture it? And so all those thoughts came out in my right, and we decided to call the song I Don't Take Pictures Anymore. And of course, the main line in the chorus that everyone loves is cut my hair short, which I did. I had long hair all growing up, and it feels like maybe when I cut my hair was kind of that moment that I transformed into the person I am now.
That's so awesome. I love that. And I think so much of your music, because I've listened to a couple of the songs, it feels sort of like this like autobiographical thing. And I think really when we think of the American Song Contest and some of the things that I think people are expecting to hear, I think is sort of that like strong singer-songwriter like vibe. And yeah, how do you describe your sound? And is there someone that other people have sort of said you remind them of?
Yeah, thank you so much. Definitely Taylor Swift is my inspiration. She is the reason I started songwriting and the reason that lyricism is so important to me. Olivia Rodrigo vibes as well. But yeah, I mean, sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah, I mean, have people like listened to your music and said like, oh yes, like have people compared you, as opposed to like, because sometimes I would say like, well, I'm just going to throw this out there and just be real with you. I mean, people come on my channel all the time and are like, oh, you remind me of Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, we're not alike. We don't look alike. We don't sound alike. Like, I don't get the comparison. But it has happened a lot. So is there someone that people say that you remind them of? And maybe you agree or you don't.
It's definitely Taylor Swift. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, she's the reason I started songwriting. She's the reason I moved to Nashville. She's really the reason I'm here right now. And you said that all my songs are seeming to be related to my family and my roots and autobiographical, and that's exactly right. All the last songs I've been releasing have felt the most me, and I think it's because I stopped writing about love and heartbreak and started singing about my own like personal life, and things that I felt like would stay with me forever. Like Grace is about my mom, Summer in the Hamptons is about how my parents met, Oldest is about being the oldest child, and those things are never going to change in my life. Those are going to be constant. And I've felt like these songs have resonated the most with my fans as well, which is amazing to see.
No, and I think that that's so powerful. I think sometimes when people sit down to write songs and they think about writing for the masses, they can sometimes not reach anybody, as opposed to just writing kind of your personal story. And it's like surprise, and then they're like surprised when so many people can like identify with it.
It's crazy you say that, because when I wrote Oldest, I was like, not that many people are going to relate to this, and it's become my most streamed song. Like, I posted it on TikTok, and the comments are, I'm the oldest, or I'm not the oldest, but I still relate to feeling this way. And it's just amazing that, you know, when I looked inward and started writing about things that I felt like only I would connect to, so many more people connected to those topics.
Yeah. So now we've had 2 episodes of the American Song Contest. Have you watched them? Do you have any songs that stood out to you that you're kind of feeling?
I have definitely watched. We actually episode 3. We watched episode 2 together this past week in the hotel, which was so fun. But I really like the fun songs. Like, I like Ryan Charles' New Boot Goofin'. I like Courtship Song, $1 Million Smoothies. I just think we need some fun in our lives. Sometimes we take things a little too seriously. I definitely do. So hearing those songs in this competition is just bringing excitement to me.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting. And I really think that this is one of those shows that, like, little by little, people are going to start coming into it. And then when we talk about the final, I think people are going to kind of have this moment of connecting to each of the songs. So I typically follow the Eurovision Song Contest, and that is why I am so glued in and, like, curious about the American Song Contest, because I've not been able to vote ever. This is, like, the first time that I can actually sit down and vote. And I will say one of the big differences between the American Song Contest and the Eurovision Song Contest is the fact that, like, we can vote for free. So it's not like all of my votes are super precious. So for me, I can just, like, vote for the things that I just really like, and I don't have to sit down and go, like, okay, I only want to spend this amount of money, so I'm going to make these 3 calls and I can only pick one song. I think with the American Song Contest, we can kind of spread the love a little bit, so I can have my, like, New Boot Goofin', and I can still have my Rhode Island, you know, I can get into Jordan Smith, and then I can, you know, hop into VA. So I feel like with the American Song Contest, people can kind of vote really for a variety of songs, as opposed to just having to, like, hone in on okay, I've got, like, I don't want to spend all this money, so I'm gonna pick one song and give it, like, maybe 2 votes.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until I voted for the first time for the first episode, that I could vote for multiple people, and I was like, this is great, because I had more than one person that I really loved.
Yeah, no, I think it's been so great. And one of the things that's so cool about the American Song Contest too is that we have, like, some of these big celebs in here. When you threw your hat in the ring for the American Song Contest, did you know, like, what you were getting into? Did you know the scale of this thing?
I did not know we were going to have some legacy acts involved, but all the better, I think. It just is going to help publicize the show more, and also show that people like me who are more up and coming, hopefully we can, you know, stand next to them and our songs are just as good.
No, I completely agree. And I have already told my European friends that I'm like, with love, I think like some of y'all's, like, the fresh faces actually have the advantage coming in here, because I think we've been pent up in the house for so long, and everyone's just like, we haven't been able to go to live shows in the same way that I think other people would kind of be getting into music. But I have to call out, you were at Lala this past year. What was that experience like? It was a ton of people there.
It was amazing. That was probably the biggest opportunity I've had in my career yet. My family flew in. I had friends fly in. It was incredible. I got the opportunity through Bumble. Their mission was to put more females on festival stages.
Dope.
Lineups are usually male dominated. So I thought that was an incredible opportunity in itself. And then, you know, I had backstage access, the artist lounge, I had my own trailer, the whole thing. And I also had a TikTok happen to blow up like a week before I got there, and it had 8 million views. And so people were recognizing me while I was walking around from the TikTok, because I was nervous, you know, as a baby artist, that people wouldn't know who I was or care about my set. But it was just an incredible experience.
No, awesome. And I mean, I know we got to keep it focused on the music, but I'm a single girl out here in these streets, and I saw the TikTok, and I mean, I will just tell you, I was like, I have been there, like, where you're just on actually, I had a guy on a date, like, show up, and I think he was trying to be cool, so he was like, oh yeah, let me get whiskey neat, and proceeded to get wasted, like, on the date. And it was just progressively watching him just, like, go down. And the crazy thing was, I think that he kind of thought that he was, like, God's gift a little bit, like, that I should have been, like, yeah, that I should have been grateful to be on this date with him. And low-key, it was kind of it was a stretch swipe. Have you ever done, like, a stretch swipe?
Yeah, where you're like, I'll give them a chance. Maybe in person I'll like their personality more.
It was a complete stretch swipe, and I was just like, and see, this is why I keep my standards and I stay picky. No, I keep it. Okay, but transitioning a little bit back to the American Song Contest. Now, I know you can't tell us everything, but that is another thing that I think that sets this show apart from other like variety shows that we have, and it's definitely not like a talent show, is the staging. So like, what was the experience like kind of figuring out what you wanted to do? And I know you can't tell us what you're doing, but any clues we will receive and accept.
I'm excited to surprise you all. I like Taylor Swift. I like to have my hands on every aspect of my brand, of who I'm portraying myself as an artist. And so it was basically all my idea. And then Corey and Nolan were the two that I got to work with. And they basically told me what was possible and what wasn't, and helped me bring my vision to life. Essentially, they were amazing. But I can't wait for you guys to see it. There's going to be female backup dancers. Obviously, female empowerment is very important to me. And I'll be dancing. I'll be doing some choreo.
Hey.
And there will be some special effects. There's going to be a set built. Very excited for you to see.
Okay, I like it. I like the choreo, props, female empowerment. Okay, I'm all in. I'm all in so far. Now, I do normally talk about Eurovision on my channel, and I have to ask, like, are you familiar with Eurovision? Do you know anything about it? It's totally fine if you don't. If you only know a nugget, what do you know of Eurovision?
I did not know about it prior, but once I found out, there are episodes of Eurovision on Peacock. So my dad and I watched the last season. Absolutely loved Eden Aline from Israel. I've also been to Israel before. My dad's Jewish, so just that connection as well. But I thought she absolutely slayed with her vocals, and her stage presence was amazing. And then we also watched the Eurovision movie with Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. She's my favorite actress, and I watched that with my whole family, with my grandparents too, and we ate that up. We were laughing. We loved it. It was so fun.
I tell everyone, I'm like, the Eurovision movie is like a Hallmark movie, but like at Eurovision. Like, it's just easy to digest, funny, and then it has music in it. It's just like, yeah, it's like easy listening music in a movie, which is basically like the Hallmark Channel, you know? Like, I'm totally into that. Okay, well, I know that we have to wrap this up, but you know, you got to get people to vote for you. So this is your moment for you to like pitch the folks. So yes, I'm turning it over to you to pitch the folks.
I've been working at this since I was 7 years old. This is just doing this competition at all is a dream come true. If you love my song, please vote. I will be leaving it all on the stage, and hopefully you guys like what I do.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to connect with you.